Welcome everybody to the first official installment of Renegades Reviews. I am the Renegade, JJ Williams, and as I informed you guys in my announcement that went up the other day, I am back here on the Casa D18 Studio channels in this more of a podcast format to bring you movie reviews. Now the movies could be new releases, just out in the theaters, brand new to DVD, or classic movies that have been around for a while that either I hadn't seen before for whatever reason, or I just felt like watching, and when I watched it I said, hey, why not go ahead and do a movie review about this? So that's what I'm doing now. The wrestling thing has kind of fizzled out for me, unfortunately. I haven't been following it for a while. Just haven't seemed to care too much, not really missing it. So this is what I'm doing now. If you guys choose to stick around here on the channel and support me, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for sticking around and riding with me. If you decide to leave and unsubscribe because we're not doing wrestling anymore and I've moved on to something different, I understand. The name of the first movie I'm going to review on my first edition is Paul Blart Mall Cop. Now, the reason I'm reviewing Paul Blart is because I had seen the first one a few years ago, and when they decided to release the sequel, I figured, I should go back, rewatch it, just so that I'm fresh on it again, before I jumped right into the sequel. So, the first movie, like I said, is going to be Paul Blart Mall Cop, starring Kevin James, came out in 2009. The long and the short of it is a shopping mall is taken over by a gang of crooks, and it's up to mild-mannered security guard Paul Blart to save the day. I thought it was a fun take on mall cops who in of themselves are a form of authority that get very little respect. If you don't believe me, just ask Double A from the channel, because he's now working at a mall as a mall cop. The action scenes during the robbery and the foiling of the crooks was entertaining without being overwhelming. I really enjoyed the soundtrack, especially the inclusion of Survivor's I Can't Hold Back as the love theme for Paul and Amy. The scene where Paul was giving Amy a ride on the Segway as the song played, I thought was very cute. And then at the very end of the movie where he decides to walk over to her and profess his love and that song kicked in again. Honestly, I Can't Hold Back is a very underrated 80s song and probably one of my favorites of Survivor. Everybody always loves Eye of the Tiger from Rocky 3 or even Burning Heart from Rocky 4. This came out kind of in between the two of those songs, and it's just very underrated, like I said. Weekend in New England by Barry Manilow was well placed as well, as was Detroit Rock City when Paul was playing the rock band knockoff in the video arcade. However, it wasn't anything special as a movie, as the Bumbling Cop movie has been done numerous times before. I don't think it really warranted a sequel, but they did one anyway. And I'm going to talk about Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 on my next edition, which will be up tomorrow. So, once again, I want to say thank you guys for tuning in, listening to my first official podcast review show here on Renegades Reviews. I am the Renegade, JJ Williams. And if there's any movie that you would like me to review, again, whether it's a new release, just came out into the theaters, or something that's been around on DVD for a while, or maybe just got released on DVD, let me know. I'll try to Netflix it, Redbox it, if I don't already own it myself. If you'd like a sampling of what I own, I can send you a copy of my list. I've got all my movies logged down. Be forewarned though, it's an extensive list. I have quite the movie collection. Everything from superhero movies to Disney movies, horror and Christmas movies, and everything in between. So, if you want a copy of my list, I will shoot it to you via Twitter at ROWJJWilliams. And that's where you can also find me to suggest any movies. Hopefully I will get some suggestions from you guys here pretty soon, and I can start rolling. I've already had one request that will hopefully be up this week. I just have to have time to watch it, balancing it in with work. So until tomorrow, when you get my review of Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, I am the Renegade J.J. Williams, and I will talk to you later.